Hi, my name is Dr. John Heary, and today we're going to be talking about the stress response, and we're going to talk about the differentiation between the acute stress response and the chronic stress response, and what are the immediate, physiological things that happen, during that stress response, and how does stress lead to health problems such as, heart attacks, cardiovascular disease, things of that nature. So I want to go ahead. I'm going to share my screen with you. There's a couple slides or pictures I wanted to show you here. And okay, so depression and stress. People with depression, they're 25 to 40% more likely to die from heart disease. So, what does depression and stress do? And, how do we, really, how do we handle it? So, we tend typically what most people do when they feel stressed out, they tend to eat more, they move less, right? We tend not to want to exercise. If you're a smoker, you tend to smoke more, and if you're a drinker, you tend to drink more. I want to show you guys what happens uh, in your body when you have an acute stress response. So the acute stress response, a couple ways to think of this. It's also called the fight or flight response. So think of it like, if you're driving, right, and all of a sudden you hear the sirens, or maybe you're going too fast, the sirens come on, see the red lights behind you, all of a sudden, your body's heightened, it feels stressed out. And what happens during that moment of time is that your stress hormones are going to increase. They're going to prepare your body to respond. So again, thinking of getting pulled over, thinking the fight or flight response, right? If someone someone wants to fight you, your body's either going to prepare for that fight, or it's going to prepare to for flight, right, to run away. And what happens is that your heart rate, your blood pressure, they both go up. They're increased because they want to get oxygen and get blood to your muscles. Your blood glucose goes up, your blood sugar that goes up because it wants to give you quick energy. You'll have an increase in fat and cholesterol in your blood to prepare for wound healing and steroid hormone production. You're going to have increased feelings of fear and anxiety. It's going to allow you to concentrate or focus on the threat at hand. You're going to have decreased short-term memory, a decreased ability to concentrate, and a decreased ability to learn, because that's not important for immediate survival. You're going to have a decrease in serotonin and an increase in adrenaline to keep you alert, ready to act. You're going to have increased sensitivity to pain so you can respond quickly to injury. You'll have a decreased cellular immunity, decreased growth in sex hormones, and an increase in bone loss because those aren't issues that are important for immediate survival. All right, now, what happens when that stress turns into chronic stress? Okay. And you gotta remember, stress can be emotional, can be physical, it can be chemical. So, same thing though, no matter what type of stress it is, your body still acts the same. Your stress hormones are going to increase. Your body's still preparing to respond to that stressor. So again, your heart rate's up, your blood pressure's up over a prolonged period of time. That's going to lead to heart disease. It's going to lead to high blood pressure, heart attacks, strokes. Your blood glucose is up, right? Your blood sugar. That's what diabetes is. That's what hyperglycemia is. You have increased fats in your blood, increased cholesterol. That's going to lead to hardening of the arteries, stroke, cardiovascular disease. It's going to lead to obesity. When you have increased feelings of fear and anxiety, that's going to lead to depression, right? Bipolar disorder, other psychological problems. Having decreased short-term memory, decreased ability to concentrate, decreased ability to learn, that's going to lead to labels such as ADD, ADHD. May lead to job struggles, right? If you can't concentrate, you can't focus at work, it's going to be hard to hold a job. It'll lead to being ineffective in family life. You're not going to be able to focus on your family, focus on your kids. It's going to increase other stressors. When you have decreased serotonin, increased adrenaline, it's going to lead to problems sleeping. It's going to lead to insomnia, chronic fatigue, low energy levels. You're going to feel burned out. When you have an increased sensitivity to pain, that's what leads to your chronic pain syndromes, to fibromyalgia. Decreased cellular immunity. That's going to lead to getting sick frequently, right? Frequent illness. It can lead to cancer, having decreased growth in sex hormones. That's going to lead to infertility, right? You can have trouble having kids. It's going to lead to menstrual problems, increased bone loss. Leads to accelerated aging, osteoporosis, leads to impotence. So you can see how our daily stresses, right? How they can affect us, how they affect our health. So it's really important for your health to find ways of decreasing your perception of stress. Finding ways to mitigate the stress, or at least the stress response and how you respond to it. So I hope you guys, found that information helpful, and I'm glad I could share that with you. And again, thanks for some of the questions I do get, or comments that I also get from you guys. It helps me to understand what you need and what direction we need to go in. So anytime you guys have comments, questions, definitely let me know, because I'm here to help, and I want to keep on make sure that the information I give you guys is something that you find useful, something that you can use and add into your daily lives. So again, I want to thank you guys for watching today. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk